Good everyone. It is once again 8 p.m., which means it's time for the Geek Posium. It's been a lackluster week because no one cared about anything except for politics.
No one cared about anything.
There was a point where I was looking for articles over the weekend, and the best I had was IGN's featured article about McDonald's made its own gaming chair with sauce packet holders.
Jeez.
And I was like, IGN, I understand that no one cares about anything but U.S. politics right now, but there's a bunch of remastered retro games coming out in the next month or two.
Yeah, they're on the way, especially since it's approaching the holidays.
I will say one of the Romancing Saga games recently said it was going to. Well, I sent you an article on that, but Tales of Symphonia is coming out in February.
Again.
So I can buy it for a third time.
Is it just me or is my hat fucked up?
It's either your hat's fucked up or your head's fucked up. I'm not sure where there because it's tilted to the right. It's
both
tilted
are.
To the right. Yeah. It's tilted to the right there.
It's fucked up like everything else in Northeast Ohio.
That's fine. And while we've been pissing on everything else, Japan's been having lots of adult-oriented cosplay and anime cons, and I'm like. Yeah. And I'm like, I know there's one of those in Texas, so I might go to that. So, but I do have video from one of those cons.
Are any happening at the beginning of January?
No, only in December. The best you have beginning of January. When is Holmat? Anyway,
well, Holmat is in the U.S. and I'm not going to it.
Oh, the Japanese ones, you mean? No. They all end. They all end beginning of fall because it gets god awful cold in Japan in the winter because it's it's very humid, so you always feel kind of wet. And add that with cold.
So I should pack my coat.
Yes, you should pack your coat. What the heck? Yes, it's very damn cold in fucking Japan. Why do you think there's always snow in the Christmas episodes? Anyway, here's a video from one of those shoots. Check out this Lucy cosplayer. She does it right.
I'm just watching you stare intently at the screen.
Well, I was more concerned by the fact that my lights flickered all of a sudden. I'm like, did I just lose power? What happened there?
Edge runners in the system again.
I mean, that's the big go-to anime right now. Even though there's lots of really good animes right now besides Chainsaw Man, but after everyone found out that Makima's not a good person, everyone's like, no, I can't like this anymore. I go, why? Because it's about a dude who just wants to touch boobs and how he'll fight off demons to touch titties. What the fuck do you think you were getting into?
What were you watching? What did you think you were watching, dude?
This is a very perverse, very highly gory anime. Chainsaw Man. Highly suggest for those of you who would like to go check it out. But it should come with a warning.
Warning. This program contains explicit content, including graphic violence, nudity, sexual innuendo, sexual innuendo, and blowjobs. So please don't watch this if you're under 18 or my auntie Lizette.
I feel like that should be part of the damn show.
Maybe.
I managed to find.
I see that you've discovered the soundboard.
StreamYard is giving me a soundboard, and I'm going to use it until they take it away from me. So that's gonna happen.
Twitter rolled out check marks for those with Twitter Blue today.
Am I gonna get Twitter Blue for the business just so I can have check marks?
You gotta have iOS to get Twitter Blue though. I looked into it.
I need iOS. Why?
Yes.
I don't even use Twitter for the business.
How do I put it? They're testing in production.
Okay.
A former member of Hentai Cake was like, "Wait a minute, this guy's testing in production." Is like, don't you know what Elon does?
Yeah, that's what Elon does fairly often. Have you not noticed the number of rocket ships that failed before we got one right?
Failed. I'm pretty sure Teslas have killed a couple of people with.
Whoa! Only 6. Only 6, which is a very low number. But oh lord! But I will say, since Elon has gained Twitter, Twitter has been healing as Loli continues to trend.
Continues to trend. Oh lord! At least it's better than the day he bought Twitter. The day he bought Twitter, I didn't even have to know he bought it, because the first thing trending was the Jews.
Listen.
No, that was because of Kanye being a dipshit. But this is like, oh,
I'm happy I wasn't on Twitter, because I would have just started sharing God, what the heck was that pastor's name who hates the Jews? What people like, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, the pastor of Obama's church.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there, I'm like I should just start sharing him all of his stuff. Like, here, check all this stuff. Like, how could you share this? Who would follow this man? Obama, Snoop Dogg, Kanye, most Public Enemy. For Public, he's in a song for Public Enemy. Can't remember his name for life of me. He's in the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 soundtrack. Whatever.
Anyways,
point is, that was going on with that. I was going to make a comment on something, and I forgot after talking about lolis. Apparently every single big name VTuber is a loli or Shotokan or something like that.
I saw that today.
And I was just like, okay.
Someone else made the comment, I don't like these fan service anime. They're always about high school. They're always about high schoolers.
And someone's like,
to which someone immediately pointed out, you got asked Matt over Zaki-chan too, which is specifically said in college.
Let's be honest here. You just don't like tits.
Yes,
that's fine. Okay. Some people don't like sexual content. You don't have to like sexual content. I'm not going to force you to like sexual content. All right. Forcing someone to like sexual content, that's called BDSM. Excuse me. I was watching Crowder's stream last night, and
I was about to say there's some other terms for that. And you might need a lawyer to deal with the repercussions.
Yes, well, I was watching Crowder's stream last night, so I'm still in the and he was going off, and I am still in the dark humor mode, and I am just ready to just blow off a few things at this point. I'm like, wow!
You OD'd on Black Pills last night?
I OG'd on like ridiculous dark humor last night, because it was him, it was Styx. I didn't watch Tim's stream at all, but the one time I popped on Tim's stream, they were on like an hour-long debate on trans people existing or not. Like, I don't fucking care.
Right.
I don't care. I don't care. Like, I don't care. That's my overall feeling. Like, does it affect me? Not really. No. That's been going on. In other news, let's move into the actual stuff. What are we opening with?
Technically video game news, but
all
it's
right.
all over the place. I didn't have time to sort it because I was before the stream. I spent 2 hours to disassociate from the universe because I'm stressed out from writing this paper.
See, I'm stressed out from asking our video guy for my video content I can put up on the website. All I need to do is put the video content up, and then once that's up, I'm gonna have the new site, the new shop up, and then I'm done. Site's done. Site's completely done, and I'm gonna probably drop our membership cost to $8 a month, just so I can meme out while $8 while I can, while being check marked on Twitter. For just $8 a day, you can keep my blue check mark.
I was about to ask, didn't you hit up his wife to get you that content?
Yes.
Did she say that you'd have it?
Yes. I got one video. I'm like, And I'm like, I wanted everything. And like, I don't need everything at once. Like you can piecemeal me things, like a thing here, a thing there. Hey, I found this. Hey, I found that. That's fine. Like I do that sometimes, but like, meh. That's been an ongoing thing. I'm just like, I need to start like taking people's data immediately. Go, this is mine. Copy. Okay, you can have this back now.
Oh Lord.
Like that's where I'm getting with that. Remember, if you would like to hear more about my ongoing crappy way of doing things with Hentai Cake. Oh, did I mention? We now have a /URL on YouTube.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, we do. So if you like to go and follow us on YouTube, it's youtube.com/Geek Posium.
But don't watch us on YouTube.
You can watch
us
on
on
YouTube.
Rumble.
You can watch us on Rumble. It will not be live, unfortunately, because I refuse to pay. Well, if you guys bought memberships, I could easily pay for StreamYards, but that's a different issue. But
you got to relaunch first, so that means someone has to get you your videos.
I might just completely remove videos from the thing for a little bit, or just have our free content up there, which is stuff I put up on Rumble and YouTube anyway.
Or maybe have 2 tiers.
That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna have two tiers there, but like for the second tier, I'd need to make a different page and have the 2 separate categories. But that's my overall thing, and then people can watch our free stuff with an embed player from Rumble, because Rumble's doing great. Rumble had over 500,000 people on Crowder Stream. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, their servers melted last night, from what I heard.
It was Rumble's doing its part. It was great. It was wonderful. I was having a blast overall, because I was laughing my head off. I don't come for the politics. I come for the political jokes, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the laughter. I'm here for the bands. I'm here for the amusement. I could give a rat's ass that Pennsylvania literally elected a dead man. I could care less. All right, it's not my state, and the state I'm gonna move to did everything I wanted it to. So I'm like, you know what? You're my state. I'm coming to you, baby, soon.
Yeah, my district did not do what I wanted, but things went better than expected. So
there you are. That's a thing, and I'm just preparing for the big move. But again, if you are watching us on YouTube, you can check us out on youtube.com/Geek Posium. You can check us out on rumble.com. What highlights just there? Where the Geek Posium, which is where we get this live stream uploaded every single, I think, Thursday. And then Friday is podcast day. So if you're listening to the audio podcast, you can find us on Podbeam, Amazon Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, and everywhere you find podcasts.
Are we still on Audible?
We are on Audible, which is weird.
Yes.
I'm just like, I've used Audible to listen to books. Mostly porn, but books.
Never mind.
There's an entire version of book series called Erotica. There.
Yes.
I like the one that where a guy summons a succubus and then becomes like their lord, and his buddy who is a stoner becomes an imp and just is like, I love you, bro. No homo though. I'm like, this is great. This is like old 2000s humor. I'll be one. You can watch us there. God, did anything happen for you this week, or have you just been busy with work?
I research, and then today I actually started writing the fucking paper, and I wanted to die. 12 page. This is ridiculous. I'm a 30-year-old arguing about fucking homework. 12 pages, size 10 font, single spaced.
Remember, kids, go into trades. You won't have to do this kind of stuff. Go into trades.
Go be happier.
Go be happier. You will owe less money, and you will make more money.
You will make more money, and you'll like yourself at night because it's honest goddamn work.
I don't know. I'm going into IT. It's not.
That's not on. That's not on. Why are you going into IT?
Because I know how the sausage is made.
Why are you getting? You've worked IT. You know what bullshit there is.
I know, but I'm just like,
You know what it's like to have the fucking bat phone. Oh wait. Oh, that was right on time. Right at the 15-minute mark. Okay, I can say all the fucking shit I want. Cool.
There you go.
But you know how it's like to have the fucking bat phone and get the 2 a.m. phone calls like, I'm not on the clock. I need this fixed now. God damn it.
Yeah.
Would you try turning it on and off again?
It's like that. All right, let's actually go into our articles now. So we're opening
first up is video game news, and that's Front Mission First remake. It's November 30th, 2022 release date for Switch.
I'm very excited about this. I'm super because I loved the Front Mission games. It's a grid style tactical RPG. So so that's the thing, and it has those JRPG kind of elements. And this is a game where I think Front Mission. Yeah, I think all the Front Mission games are the same. Where your idea is if I just destroy everything, I'll be fine. But you have to deal with the fact you have ammo, and you don't get a lot of ammo back. You have to find ammo.
Oof.
So
that's annoying as shit.
You have to be very conservative with what you're doing. Very often there will be missions that's like escape the area, and you go, okay, cool. I'll rush through this pile of enemies and I'll escape the area. But really, if you run and gun, you'll escape the area, and it still counts.
Yeah.
Well, most people go, I'll fight this enemy and stand here. No, go around the enemy.
Be tactical.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those things. So, again, I there's so much going on. I'm looking at getting a Hentai Games domain name and just start putting up stuff there. What I really want to do is find myself my Goblin Queens to write fucking parody video game and anime news articles. That's what I want. I want to become the Babylon Bee of anime news. That's what I want. I want people to think something is real. And
so you keep on saying this Goblin Queen.
Yes.
So what you're saying is you want Pipkin Pippa, but you want her to work for you, and also do things besides VTubing.
I do need a physical person for paneling. Like if I could talk one girl to do it, every single girl I know who has like the right energy, like I get nervous in front of crowds. I go, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Like just sit up there for a little bit. After the third or fourth con, you'll be like, okay, this is not that bad.
Yeah, you got to ease yourself into it.
I'm not telling you to go full force in your very first go.
Motherfuckers, I have a fucking speech impediment, and I do this every week. And I go in front of there's that fucking speech impediment. I go in front of crowds of people and not make a fool out of myself. But I did after getting eased into it and then making a fool out of myself a few times.
You have to.
That's how you learn.
And that's just one of those things. This is like riding a horse. You're not gonna be perfect at the start.
You're gonna fall off a time or two.
That's all that. So what's our next? Or do you have anything to say about the fact that we're getting wonderful old games on the Switch? Can't wait to play.
I'm excited that we're getting old games again, and it's good that it's not part of a subscription service.
Yes,
you actually sort of own this.
I own this
digital.
Is it digital only? I thought I was going to get a physical.
I think it's going to get a physical release, but most people will buy it digitally, so you don't exactly own that.
I am going to grab it digitally, but whenever I get something digitally, I always make a copy and put it on my hard drive. Because, I expect at some point in time for someone to come by and be like, I own this now. And I'll be like, no, go fuck yourself.
The only thing that hasn't happened with is the Yabin, except it's sort of happened with Steam.
Yeah.
On occasion.
The Yabin, which says we can't release this anime game. It's far too sexualized. And then they also have 3D Sex with Hitler. The game.
Yeah, that's on Steam. We're not joking. That's on Steam.
That is not a joke. That is a physical thing. All right, what's next?
Anime news. The manga author of Kaguya-sama Love is War is retiring.
From illustrating, but not from making stories.
He's still gonna write, but
I'm fine with that. I also stopped drawing after a while because it became very stressful.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I stopped drawing. That and I got really tired of making a living but by drawing dicks all day. Listen, if you want to be an artist, you're gonna make a living. You're gonna have to get in real good with the furries.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but these people have a lot of money.
Where do they get the fucking money?
I think they're rich kids who are just looking for something to be special about. General response.
You're probably not wrong.
Because I couldn't see any normal poor person be like, I want to make myself into a giant anthropomorphic creature. And I go, you didn't have a mom who beat your ass, like, at all. Not even a little bit, huh?
But I also know some currently poor furries.
They're currently poor. They were probably brought up affluent.
Point.
Again, research shows most rich kids end up poor because they're terrible with money.
Point.
All right, so I'm sorry to see that there'll be no more Kageyama-sama illustrations. So we won't have the same character models like with the guy who makes Fairy Tail and Eden Zero. We won't have the exact same illustrations. I will never stop harping about that. I'm like that's just Lucy and that's just Gray, but he's a small child instead of a full-grown adult.
And that is literally
happy. You didn't even make a new name. He just went, that's Happy. But now it's a robot. I go,
I bet he'll still probably do illustrations for his light novels now and now again, but this takes a lot of the stress off.
yeah,
Especially since the manga industry eats people and spits them out.
The manga industry is a test of testicular fortitude, I'm told.
Yeah.
As someone who has made his own comics and his own web comic, it gets really tiring and really fast. And I didn't even have like a daily thing. I only had like a weekly release. But like when I made like side story comic books, I tried to bang out a page a day, and it was just stressful.
Yeah.
Stressful.
And mangaka, I think it was
it's like 12 pages a week, something like that.
Yeah, Mega Tokyo was at one point someone compared him to a pro mangaka, and he said, "No, I'm not pro. I can do a page a week. These motherfuckers have to do 10 a day.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that. No human can do that. I'm not pro."
Some humans can, but it takes you got to learn how to ramp that up real fast.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Tech news.
Tech news. Oh, this is the so those of you who've been watching your Bitcoin plummet, this is why. this is why Bitcoin suddenly plummeted.
Tanks.
Because the U.S. government seized $3.36 billion in Bitcoin and immediately sold it off.
Yes.
So I was sitting there and I saw this article, and literally the same second I saw this article, my notification on my thing was like, boop, Bitcoin went down to 15,000. I go, what the hell just happened?
It was funny. Dogecoin was riding that Elon wave, and then Bitcoin dumped, and all of crypto dumped because of it.
Yes, because Bitcoin is the big determiner. It's kind of like when the US dollar tanks, everything else tanks.
Dogecoin was approaching 2 cents.
I
was actually seriously thinking about selling, and then this happens. Like, back down below 1 cent.
Buy. This is not financial advice. Buy, so I can sell.
Like, the Elon love affair is over.
I don't
happened.
Listen, I just want Elon to tell me how much Dogecoin a month am I selling him for my blue check mark.
Excuse me. Hold on.
Are you doing the math?
No. At Elon Musk. Can I pay for Twitter Blue in Dogecoin?
Yes. And this is how we change the market. Oh, oh Lord! I remember a comedy sketch where a guy went into the future and like everything was terrible, and you had to pay for everything in Dogecoin. But that's okay because they still had Coors Light.
It could be worse. You could have to pay for everything in euro dollars.
I'd rather kill myself. Cyberpunk 2077 is not a fucking instruction manual for the goodness of mankind. The point of Cyberpunk is not that you save the world; it's that you save yourself. That's the entire point of Cyberpunk. Oh, by the way, I finally found the Cyberpunk module where Adam Smasher bangs Arasaka's sister.
You mean bangs on what's her face?
No, it's what's her face's mom.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Which only makes me go, is that his daughter? Is her last name really Smasher? Because I'd smash that. Hanako-san. Oh, Hanako-san. If only you didn't give me the worst ending, I'd totally follow you.
Moving on from that.
So
I need some brain bleach after that.
No. How do you feel about the federal government seizing money and then just selling it off and ruining an entire fucking commodity? You all right there?
I mean, on the one hand, like seize. Oh, we've seized this to we've still seized these ill-gotten gains. We're gonna sell them now. That's what the federal government does.
Yeah.
That's just we're not used to it tanking an entire market when it does it.
Well, again, this is like when the government seizes American money, but instead of burning the money like they're supposed to, they just went, "We'll sell it off." And I go, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Or we'll spend it.
We'll spend it. And I'm like, "What?"
That's what happened here. They converted the assets into something they could use.
Yeah, which is just weird.
That national debt is real, bro.
And that was a drop in the bucket of it. Let me tell you,
it was a drop in the This did nothing.
This is nothing to it. That's the best part about it. How do you know I'm a libertarian? I look at this and I go, "Oh look, we managed to put a drop in the bucket. Look at that. Ooh, fancy." By the way, I'm very happy with the libertarian gains in every single state. I mean, it's only like 2-3%, but it's more than 1%.
Excuse me.
Do you need like a minute?
It's winter in Ohio. There's no stopping the coughing.
Okay, then. What's our next article?
Thank you for loading, website. Meta's got layoffs.
Meta's going to lay off reportedly between 10 to 15% of their overall staff. Now you'll sit there and go, "That's not a lot." I mean, Elon just did half his staff. Yes, but Elon did like 37,000 people. This right here is upwards of a couple 100,000 people.
That's how big Facebook is.
Yes. This is between 80,000 to over 100,000 people because Facebook has about 870,000 employees. That's a lot of employees.
Yeah, well, it's not just Facebook. It's Facebook. It's Instagram.
It's Meta. It's Instagram. It's I think Square.
Oh yeah, I think Square. It's also Oculus.
It's it's everything. Everything is going.
Oh, by the way, do we have that?
The SAO thing?
Yes.
I sent it to you. Did you put it up?
I'm checking, and survey says no.
No. All right. Well, we'll talk about SAO later, and I do have a ending video for that because SAO did announce it was going to do a 10-year anniversary original movie.
Interesting.
Yes, and I have the clip for that. I just have to actually upload it, which I'll do while we're doing this.
At the same, At the same time, they've already got a movie coming out end
Yeah,
of December, beginning of January.
And another movie has been announced, and we're ready for it for the 10-year anniversary.
Okay.
Isn't that great? So I'm not sure if it's going to be a Kirito movie or not, because I know the movie that was announced is a progressive movie.
Yeah, progressive is sort of a Suna, but following the progressive books are Kirito, but the movies seem to be Asuna.
Which is weird. Anyway, so Zuckerberg and Musk are destroying the entire tech industry. Good for them. You know why? Because most of the tech industry has been people in the humanities.
Yeah.
And they don't need to be there. They shouldn't be there. They don't know how to code. They don't know how to do anything. And they're there. The fact that Elon Musk fired the entirety of his humanities board made me go, yes, do that.
Yes.
You know, we need to have our humanities team in place and the diversity team. Why?
Why?
For the good of humanity. That makes no sense. This is a tech company. I literally just stare at boobs all day on this website. You're going to explain this to me. Anyway, same with you, Facebook, which, again, I don't know what happened in like the last week or two, but we're getting engagement and traction and shit on Facebook.
Weird.
And I'm like, something happened in the last month. And you know what I think it was? I think it was Missouri and its lawsuit. They're like, we have to fix this now.
Before discovery happens.
We can do it now. So, anything to add to this? Or
it's not surprising. Facebook's the dying platform. There a lot of Meta's investments haven't exactly worked out.
Well, I don't understand Instagram in any way, shape, or form. I didn't really get it when it first came out, and then they made it more curated and less able to find people, new things, and new people. And
that was dumb.
And I'm like, I hate this because all I want to be able is look for cosplayers in my general area, mostly for business purposes. So I can be like, hey, do you want to work with us for this? Are you up for doing a modeling gig with that? That's what I want.
The way you phrased it, though.
I know. Listen, I'm not looking for MILFs in my area. I have Pornhub for that, but I am looking for people for work. That's what I'm doing. But so like Instagram, I'm like, okay, cool. But then they curated it even further, so you can't even search by location. I'm like, I can't really do anything with this.
Yeah.
What's like I can look in a topic and it'll give me the most top well-known people, and they're not looking for work.
Instagram lost its way.
Facebook lost its way a long time ago when it started being concerned that every single time I talked about how I have evidence that could lead to Hillary Clinton's arrest, they kept marking it as suicide notification. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What is this shit?
I'm like, first of all, what are you trying to tell me? First of all. Second of all, this is the joke. Please stop. I'm not a real journalist. I'm a comedian. Please stop.
Yet we have stronger journalistic standards than some large news organizations.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not a journalist. What part of that did you not understand? I have principles and morals, and I believe in the truth.
But Instagram started as Twitter, but pictures, not photos.
Yeah,
because originally, and Instagram got big because Twitter got big, but Twitter didn't used to have photos.
And it was kind of annoying. And then Twitter added photos and Vine, which I loved Vine.
I can't wait for Vine to come back. I'm excited.
I know. All I want from Twitter, what I really desperately want from Twitter, is the ability to live stream again. Like that was great for a while. Periscope. That's going
to be what they're going to roll out in blue, from what I'm hearing.
Which means I'm going to be able to do some live streaming stuff. We can add this to the live stream feed. It'll be great. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm looking for. Right now, I get like 20-second video clips. This is where I find a lot of like TikTok things that I refuse to go on TikTok.
Yeah.
At this point, like, do we have a TikTok? Yes. Have I used it in the last year? No. Why? Mostly because TikTok started sending me weird shit. I went, listen, I don't need voice training.
I don't
on
need
how,
this.
on how to feminize my voice, and I'm concerned by this. So I'm gonna
Oh,
stop.
wait, really?
Yes.
What the shit?
And I was like, I don't want this, and I'm concerned by what you're trying to tell me here. All right. And then it's like, okay, cool. Well, you like cosplayers? Yes. Here are a bunch of underage girls. No.
No.
No. I'm looking for of age cosplayers because I'm a dirty old man. Okay. So there we are with that. So the entire tech industry began doing this weird shit. They began curating things, and I'm used to the old internet, the wild wild west, where you can
nothing
find
is curated.
where you can find anything. It's just a bitch finding it. But when you find it, it's there.
It's fucking gold.
It's golden. That's what I was used to, which is why I can still find great memes because I know how to find it. It just takes time.
It just takes a minute.
You know, that's the way it is. And then you share it off with people, and then they go, "Oh, I found this meme." Yeah, you found that meme. It was you.
It was you.
Uh-huh.
You.
Uh-huh. Anyway, what's next?
You're video game news or is this entertainment news?
A little bit of both. I'm gonna go with entertainment. So Gears of War, the Netflix announcement has been an adult animated series. I'm hoping that when they say adult animated, they mean another Studio Trigger anime with Gears of War. Now,
yes, that please Netflix,
please Netflix. Have you learned which?
Have you learned from Edge Runners?
Have you learned which studios to give things to, and then just
which ones
let
to
them
run
go
the fuck away,
and just go here? Like here's your license. Go do your thing. Because you know what? Do I need a loli in Gears of War? No. Will there be one? I don't know. But if there is, I guarantee she will be the most bad mouth motherfucker there is. One and two, and this is the most important thing. When this announced, I watched a bunch of people on lefty Twitter get really pissy about it because they're like, "Dom, it better be a Mexican American." I'm going, Gears of War is instead on Earth. There is no Mexico or America in the Gears of War world.
There's none of that.
You could have said the word Hispanic, and I would have been like, okay, yeah, I get it. Okay. Sure. But Mexican American? Homie, there's no Mexico. There's no America. Where are we getting these terms? But I'm hoping because Netflix is it's either a hit or a miss with Netflix. There's no
hit or an extreme miss.
It's either a home run or a strikeout. There's no in between with these people. And it's getting really bad because they've gotten lots of strikeouts in the last couple years. Lots of strikeouts.
To the point that they shut down like their entire studios because of it.
Mm-hmm. And this is just us sitting there and wondering what's next. What is next to come out? And then it was like Edge Runners. I go, I'm gonna give it a shot, but I have poor expectations from Netflix.
And then holy shit, it was good.
Really good show.
Yeah, you were like, no, like I saw Studio Trigger's like, wait a minute, this might actually be good. You're like, no, it's Netflix. They're gonna fuck it up. It was written by CD. It was mostly written by CD Projekt Red. They're gonna fuck it up like they did the games. Like, and it came out and it was good.
Well, then I started reading articles about how Trigger kept telling people to fuck off, and I go, okay, maybe it'll be good. And then we actually sat down and watched it, and I go, good, very good. Very well done. I feel like the David Martinez thing, the sudden change was a little too fast for me, but that's just my problem with pacing. But Studio Trigger always has that problem.
Studio Trigger doesn't do pacing well.
They're like, here's a nice slow edge up, and boom, now he's a badass. I go, there was no training montage.
Have you watched Gurren Lagann?
Shut up, Seymour. Shut up, Seymour.
Kamen dies, the switch flips, and suddenly Simone's the badass. No pacing.
Click. Done. Okay.
I'm the badass now.
Homie died 5 seconds ago. His body's not even cold. Anyway. What's next? What's next?
FF16 would be a PS5 exclusive for 6 months. But I'm surprised it doesn't say like for longer
Well,
or at all.
Here's the thing. There's not enough PS5s owned. This is Square Enix working with PlayStation to try and get people to buy PS5s.
I can see that, especially because they want FF7. They want FF7 on PS5, so people have to buy a PS5s for that.
Yes. Well, I feel like this is going to be a financial shortfall for Square Enix. Square Enix has made a lot of really good games in the last couple months. I'll say that in the last couple months, I played that Valkyrie game. Lots of fun for action RPG. Highly suggest. Square Enix's Harvestella, which is a Harvest Moon ish game. I'm enjoying it. I've been playing the demo, liking the hell out of it. And I'm going like there's lots of really good Square Enix games coming out in the last couple months, and they're all no name, no background, no branding games. And I go, this is what I remember Square Enix being in like the late 90s.
Yeah, like coming out even in the mid 2000s. Occasionally they pop out a game out of goddamn nowhere.
And Square Enix
like the original Nier was one of those games. Like, what the wait a minute, this is the sort of sniff your own asshole shit you expect out of Square Enix. Why haven't they marketed this? Oh wait, this is good. Oh wait, this is fucking weird. This is weirder than their usual fare. This is why they didn't market it.
Yeah, well, Square Enix doesn't market anything that isn't big brand name. Not a damn thing.
If it doesn't say Final Fantasy on the side, they don't give a shit.
Hell, they don't even care about Dragon Quest.
Literally one of the biggest games in their fucking in their fucking biggest franchises that they own. They don't advertise.
They don't advertise. Squaresoft used to advertise games forever ago.
Yeah.
In the late 90s and sometimes in 2000. After that branding hit, everyone went, okay, it's a Squaresoft game. It'll be good, or it's an Enix game. It'll be good. And gamers carried them for a good long while just with word of mouth.
Yeah.
And they're still hoping for that now. But the problem is now, I don't even know these games are coming out half the time.
We don't know that. Yeah, we don't know they're coming out.
Because they're not. I follow Square Enix on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on everything. And I don't know when their games come out unless Niche Gamer carries it or another video gaming website talks about it or IGN talks about it. Unless one of them talks about it, I know nothing about it. I get more information from the news tab on my Nintendo Switch on Square Enix games than from Square Enix. I go,
fucking Square Enix.
I'm like, I need you to just tell me the games are coming out. Just tell me that there's a demo. Tell me these things.
Well, I think part of it is they also during this time also got big in some of their US studios that they owned for a time pumped out a lot of Drac.
Yeah. And Monolith kind of went to
shit.
They
wanted to ride that reputation, but they also got big at the same time. And now they're small again, and they still want to ride that reputation, even though they've lost it.
They've lost the reputation. And outside of like the Final Fantasy fanboys and fangirls who will eat whatever the hell slop they have as long as Cloud's there.
I see someone has still not played FF7R.
I will not play that bullshit. Okay. I played Crisis Core because it was a fun game. Annoying at times, but a fun game. And now Crisis Core coming out for like PS4, PS5, I go, okay, as long as you don't fuck it up, it'll be fine.
What if the next installment of FF7R turns out to be good?
I don't care if it's good. It's not Final Fantasy VII. They changed the story. They changed the fucking canon. If you change the canon on me, I don't care anymore. You wanted to make your own story. You could have made your own story. You could have had Wedge, Biggs, and Jesse running through this same damn story. And then like the Turks for like the second part. You could have done all of these things, but you chose to take the original story with the original cast and fuck it up. I can deal with canon changes if you change the main character, because then it's a different experience. You have someone else. You have someone else's point of view. Small details can change that way. That's fine.
Yeah, people remember different things.
But
That's why witness testimony is unreliable.
Mm-hmm. But when you give me the exact same character, of course, I say that, but I've also told you my theory on Final Fantasy VII. How Cloud isn't the main character; it's all actually from Tifa's point of view.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Mm-hmm. And it's just her watching him, which is why his
FF7R is now from Cloud's point of view.
No, I refuse. Because it's a headcanon. It's not real. All right. The whole point, because even because after you get Cloud back, you can't swap Cloud out. Okay, that's weird. People I know in Arizona are texting me about nonsense, and I go, I don't care about. I mean, I care about your election a little bit, but I don't care about your election.
I care, but I don't care.
Yeah, it's like I care, not right now.
I'm in the middle of shit posting. Leave me alone.
Yes. What is next?
More video game news. Blue Protocol is still a thing.
So those of you who don't know what Blue Protocol is, that's okay. I also forgot it existed. It's been 4 years since the last time anyone talked about it. Looking at you,
Wait
Bandai.
Wait a minute.
2018, I think, was the last time Bandai talked about this game. Are you looking it up right now?
I remember hearing something about this, but I'm not sure what.
I believe there's lots of rumors about it being completely scrapped. And then, like, no one could prove that. And Bandai was like, no, it's not scrapped. We just don't have any information. And I don't know what happened, but Bandai apparently was like, oh yeah, we have this project we stopped working on. We should probably work on it. So Blue Protocol, which was an MMORPG Bandai was working on, is gonna supposedly this week is getting information being released. I'm still waiting on this information to actually happen, but supposedly it's coming. Supposedly. And I like MMOs, and I haven't seen a new MMO that's decent come out in a while. And I have faith in Bandai, but I have zero faith in most MMOs. So, will I play it? Yes. Will I play it the first month? No.
Especially this was announced back in 2019.
2018, sometime around there. Like forever ago. It has been years the last time I heard about this thing. There's been zero updates.
Apparently it had a closed beta in 2020.
Did it? So last time we heard about it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago. I'm assuming the beta was really bad and people were like, change everything.
That might be it.
Mm-hmm.
What even is the freaking? Is it a fantasy RPG or what?
It's a fantasy RPG with anime characters.
Okay.
So as long as it's better than the Maple Story, it'll be fine. What's next?
Sony is suffering.
You mean PlayStation, after telling all the weeb people in Japan, we don't need your money?
Yes, we don't need your money. Suffer 50% operating income drop year over year.
What have we learned? Don't piss off the weebs.
Don't piss off your core customer base. The
whole reason I bought a PlayStation for so long was because it had anime titty games. That was kind of it.
Yeah.
Like it had the most RPGs, the most JRPGs, and most anime waifu games. That's all that I wanted it for. That's all that I really played it for.
Yeah.
The only reason I had an Xbox for so long was because it had Halo and Halo 2. And then, Halo 3. And then I was like, okay, I'm kind of done with Halo.
The only reason, I initially had a PS2, but it broke. The only reason I had an Xbox was Halo.
Mm-hmm.
And Madden, you play on any system, but Halo and Madden was what I mostly played as a kid. I say that now, seeing you might laugh at that now, seeing my weeb self.
Mm-hmm.
But Halo and Madden is like, I could play these. I want to play this weeb shit, but Halo's where it's at.
See, I on my
And now that I've grown older and I like the weeb shit, it's all on PS2 now.
Mm-hmm. That's the way to go. Except for Steam trying to tell me I can't have my waifu games. Like, how dare you? How dare you?
You can't have this waifu game. The other ones are fine.
But this one is bad. Anyway, for me, PlayStation 1, Final Fantasy 7 was my first real introduction. Then I got Xenogears right afterwards. And that was a game changer for me. That was a game changer. You had anime style, literal anime drawing cutscenes, voice acting. You had 2D sprites with 3D giant robot models. You had 3D computer generated movies. It was a masterpiece for its time. And it kind of holds up to this day. Still kind of does. And I'm kind of sad that no one has bothered remaking it, Square Enix. Actually, don't remake it. Just send me a goddamn port on the Switch. That's all that I need.
Just make a Switch port.
Give me a Switch port. Don't put it on.
You know what it was for me? They got me into JRPGs.
What was it?
Symphonia.
That's also a really good game.
That was on GameCube.
Yes, that was a really good game.
And then I had a I had a 360, so I got the Tales game on that. I forget what it's called.
See, I say Final Fantasy 7 is what got me in there, but really Final Fantasy 6, which at the time when I played it was Final Fantasy 3 on Super Nintendo, because, and do you know why?
Why?
There's a Star Wars reference in it. There's a point in the game where you're playing as the thief and you're on your own. The party has split.
Yeah.
And you're playing.
It's a bad idea to split the party.
You don't really have a choice.
In a JRPG, it's great for where you don't really make a decision. It's great for drama, but
it's great in that game because everyone has to go to the same area, but the thief has to go and try and salvage a town that's been attacked. The big brawling martial artist gets knocked from the raft, ends up on the wrong rapids, and the rest of the team goes where it's supposed to go. And so anyway, the thief ends up in this town. It's full of soldiers, and they're like, okay, what do you do? And it's like, if I try attacking anyone, they're all much more powerful than me. So you have to steal someone's clothing, literally using steel on them. Now you look like a soldier. Wander around town, get to where you need to go. Don't take off your outfit. Never take off your soldier outfit. Stay in the soldier outfit the whole time. And if you go down to where the pretty general girl who said, "I'm not burning that down the town," is being held for treason. If you go and release her, she goes, "Aren't you kind of short to be an Imperial trooper?" And you go, "Star Wars reference. This game is amazing."
Nice.
I'm like, excellent. Well done.
Now was that actually in the Japanese game, or was that a localization thing?
I don't know. I've only ever played it in English. I assume it was in the Japanese game because there's a full-on motion thing involved. Like there's a yeah. Because if you take off your outfit, she goes, "Who are you?" Whereas if you keep the outfit on, she goes, "Who are you?" And you make the surprise. She makes the joke thing, and you make a laughing motion as opposed to like a surprise motion. So I assume it's it
probably is. The reason I ask though is the fan release of Trails from Zero. Whenever you open up a chest that's like empty or something, it would put in a joke that makes fun of the entire series. All of Trails games, right? Just because there's so many goddamn chests you gotta open, right?
There are so many goddamn chests.
So it put in flavor text that takes a pot, and apparently in the game code, all of them were different, even though they all said the same thing.
Yep.
So they put it. They made them all jokes. When they did a Japanese re-release, the developer loved that so much from the English fan release, they translated it back into Japanese.
Nice. So anyway, so the reason why PlayStation is suffering is one, that they told the Japanese market, we don't need you. Huge mistake.
Yeah, we don't need you. Yeah, if you do that, you're gonna lose money.
First of all, that is your core audience. That is your core audience.
Yeah.
And then, they've been doing, game things and stuff like that. And I go, listen, I know you're trying to make PlayStation as a service, but it's not working.
It's not working.
It's not working.
Stop trying to be Stadia.
No one wants to be Stadia. No one wanted a Stadia. Stadia doesn't work. Do I like the video game subscription based thing? Kind of, a little bit. But
it works for Xbox because multiple platforms, and you expect it from Microsoft.
Yes, for
it
PlayStation,
fits into their overall. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate fits into the general Microsoft portfolio.
For me,
Microsoft's user base has gotten its user base to pay a subscription for Office, to pay a subscription to OneDrive, paying for and to pay a subscription for Live, paying for Game Pass Ultimate. We've been conditioned for that. PlayStation, you're not conditioned for that.
No,
you're not conditioned from Sony, and people are already pissed off about it from all these other companies.
Yeah, and
pissed off about it from Microsoft and Adobe, but we're stuck with that. We don't want another company to do it.
And two, and this is the most important thing, there's not a lot worth having on their Game Pass. I'll be honest with you. I used it for like 2 months, and in that 2 month time frame, I finished 2 games and I stopped using it.
I probably pay for it. I haven't touched it, and I'm thinking about canceling it because
I would cancel it. You don't have time. Cancel it. There's no reason. Stop giving Sony your money that they hate you. That's another issue. If I have one more goddamn PlayStation executive tell me how toxic fans are ruining the fucking company, I'm gonna tell you, listen, buddy, we are your core. Get over it.
The only reason I would keep it is I'm about to lend my PlayStation. When I'm overseas, I'm about to lend my PlayStation to somebody, and they'll pay for all that shit.
There you go. But
they subsidize my PlayStation service.
There you go. My biggest issue is, and will continue to be, that there were only 2 games on there worth playing for me at the time, which was Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Ghosts of Tsushima. I beat both, and I went, and I'm done. What else is on here? Nothing I care about. What about the classics catalog? Nothing there I care about. There were Sam and Max games. I played through all of them, and I went, and I'm done. Like, that was a fun weekend.
Meanwhile, like with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, there's like, oh, here's Persona 5 Royal, here's Forza, here's Halo, all the Halos.
Yeah, there's
all this shit I actually care about, and it's a wide diversity of shit. There's all this indie shit. There's all this AAA shit.
Yep, and that's another issue. I'm sure there's probably more for like your PlayStation 5 owners, but I don't care. I don't care. Again, I keep looking at things going, I'm going to buy an Xbox Series X. That's my next purchase. I'm not going to buy a PlayStation 5. And I've bought in PlayStation 1, 2, PSP, 3, Vita, 4, and 5. I'm looking at going, why do I need you? There's nothing I care. There's nothing you carry that I care about. Final Fantasy 7 R, that's a negative in my book. You need something a bit different there, buddy. All right, what's next? We got a couple articles to go
here. A couple more. Edge Runner's setting is coming to the Cyberpunk tabletop game.
Listen, my problem with this is my problem with everything. Whenever a tabletop company adds something that was fan made, you're gonna fuck it up and you're gonna ruin it for the rest of us. The fan module. Do you know why 3.5 was the greatest D&D?
Because
series?
It had so many fucking fan modules.
And they were official fan modules.
Yes.
You could license out that thing. If the guy who makes Cyberpunk wants to make some money, license that shit out. License it. Will there be a convoluted portion? Yes. But what you need to have like a Q&A team reviewing every single module and making sure it's up to snuff.
My understanding is they're just packing a module that has like, if you want these NPCs, here are their stats, and here's stuff about the 2077 era. Because I think Red takes place in 2045.
I think it was 20.
It's 2045. I'm staring at it.
Okay.
It's right here.
All right, there you are.
So this will be like the first thing that comes out from the 2077 era.
I'm surprised they didn't just add the 2077 module in
This
general.
is, I think they were kind of like trying to get like they wanted 2077 to be the like they wanted to like separate what happens in 2077 from the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because they released a new version of the game. They released Red, which takes place in 2045, which is a different universe from 3.0 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like they updated the setting to build the bridge to 2077, but things didn't. You could play your game in Cyberpunk Red without fucking with the lore of 2077.
Gotcha. Okay.
And now people want to play. Like, I want to continue the story. I want to do my own thing in this universe that has V in it. And I want now after the anime, I want to do this thing in this universe that has V, but also has David Martinez and all these other characters.
I just want to play the module where we find Rebecca's not dead. She's just in a coma with half her face missing.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Listen, I already told you the story about.
You want a character to do the fucking Shinji Ikari shit?
Yes. No, I don't want that. I'm looking for more of a Sleeping Beauty thing here, but okay.
Oh, like in fucking The Matrix.
Yes. There you go. What's next?
Oh, you did send this.
I did. See?
I'll do it last. I'll move that back.
Okay.
So entertainment news. Prime Video to completely reboot Lord of the Rings: Rings of Power after the first season.
Because it's creatively bankrupt. And why? Because the people who worked on it hated the goddamn series.
They hated Tolkien.
They hated
it was
the series.
said by people who say that orcs are racist.
I'll be honest with you. This is what happens when you let people in who do not like the source material. You need to have people who at least like the source material. And I don't mean like liked it, like, yeah, I played it and I enjoyed it. No, I mean like you have to actually like what made the material good.
Yeah.
Like it's like when with Star Wars, what made it good? The hero's journey. That's what made it good. So we're gonna subvert the hero's journey? No. Like it started off
You're not fucking Hideki Anno.
Listen, I need you all to understand.
And even Hideki Anno, if Hideki Anno was going to do Gundam, he would do a straight up Gundam. No, he did his own thing that it made references to Gundam. It subverted the shit out of Gundam, but it wasn't Gundam.
It was not. It was
Evangelion.
He made his own thing.
He made his own thing. When he got the opportunity to do Ultraman, he didn't subvert Ultraman. He made fucking Ultraman.
When he had
the opportunity to make Godzilla, he didn't subvert Godzilla. He made fucking Godzilla.
Like that is it. You make what you are given. Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is a beautiful, wonderful, well thought out world. Great overall balance, wonderful history, huge amounts of culture. You could have taken this well thought out, well planned out place and made an amazing story, because there are tons of Lord of the Rings video games that have nothing to do with the Hobbit, nothing to do with what goes on.
You don't have to stick strictly to the Silmarillion, because the Silmarillion does contradict itself sometimes. But at least you do have to pay respect to it.
Yes,
you don't have to shit all over it.
Jesus, but these people no, you need to understand this. All right, we're for a modern audience. This was not made for a modern audience. Please stop. The people who will enjoy this are the people who liked it for what it was, and the people who you are trying to get to watch this, they don't want to watch that. They want to watch something gory with fucking lollies with giant shotguns. It's called Edge Runners. We already have that.
We already have it.
Okay. And Edge Runners sticks to the entire core of Cyberpunk, which is we're not trying to save the world, we're just trying to save ourselves.
Yes.
That's it. That's all there is.
And if you try to go and save the world, you fucking die, because the corporation always wins.
You can't beat the machine, man. Can't beat the machine. Anyway, Am I happy this happened? A little bit, yeah. This is fine. But this only makes me wonder about what's going to happen with The Witcher now that Henry Cavill is no longer there.
Because Henry Cavill was fucking lore checking everybody on set.
But I will say, the X-Men,
when he left the fucking Witcher, a franchise he loves, to go be Superman again.
well, he's not the writer for that. One of the main writers for that, who was also big on The Witcher, who was like, yeah, no, Henry Cavill kept everyone else in place, and like everyone else just hated The Witcher in general, except for like a few of us and the people who. And now he's the main writer for the X-Men '90s.
So
reboot.
Everyone who gave a shit left. Jeez.
Yeah, he's now with that. He took a few people from that as well, and I think he did a Q&A, and he was like, and someone was asking, so who would you let on your writing staff? He goes, people who actually love the material, who actually enjoy the material. If you sit there and you badmouth the material to me, if you sit there, they're standing on the shoulder of a giant and slap it, I'm going to tell you to get off. Because we are here to build upon what is a major, huge, loved material. We are not here to piss on it. If you want to go piss on it, go make your own stuff.
Go make your own shit.
Otto understood that when he made Evangelion. Hell, there's tons of Madoka Magica understood that when they did that instead of making a fucking Sailor Moon.
I have a conspiracy theory to share with you.
Go ahead.
So Rogue Squadron's in creative hell. Right
the
now.
Star Wars cartoon series? Or the movie series?
The movie.
Okay.
The movie is in creative hell.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of the director, but you could tell from the trailer that she gave a shit about Star Wars, and she also gave a shit about fighter pilot movies. And she connected it like I want to make the greatest fighter pilot movie of all time. I want to make it. And it's like, yeah, this is all Rogue Squadron. He even connected it like I want to be able to tell a story like my dad would tell me about flying F-4s in Vietnam. It's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
However, after the shit show that was episode 9, whatever the hell it's called, Kathleen Kennedy got a bug up her ass thinking, oh, it's too much respect for the material. That caused the new trilogy to fail.
No.
No, it's too much fan service, too much fan wanks. Like, no, it's because you shit on the fans and then you tried to do a bunch of half-ass shit to try to get them back.
This is like
and so what I think is happening is she wanted to do a true send up to Rogue Squadron, right?
Right.
Maybe do a lot of stuff that maybe do a lot of send ups, maybe also do a send up to Iron Eagle and and Top Gun at the same time, because Rogue Squadron is that in space. And I think Kathleen Kennedy said, no, we're not doing that anymore.
Well, funny thing about Kathleen Kennedy, even though she's in charge of all this, Disney has told her to stop announcing things, stop talking about any Star Wars thing at all. Stop. Disney has told Kathleen Kennedy, you are in charge of Star Wars. Do not talk about Star Wars. Do not announce anything about Star Wars. Do not even look at Star Wars. No, because she has made so many promises about shows that have been wrong. She's made so many comments about shows that have been wrong. She's made comments and things that have turned off fans. This woman is not good for the series. Because I don't
for this
think
franchise. She's killed the franchise.
She has killed the franchise. And I think that Disney has seen this and went, we bought this for a lot of money, and this woman has killed it in less than 10 years.
Yeah.
Her in Lucasfilms. And she's the one who built the new Lucasfilms. So.
Yeah. God, I really hope they don't have it's too late to do it, but I really hope the fucking Atano series hits the big reset button on the Star Wars universe.
I think
because it's got time travel. They're going after Ezra Bridger.
Okay. That's a new one.
Because Ezra Bridger's in between times and universes. That's end of Rebels.
Gotcha.
and she's going. Ahsoka's going after Ezra.
Well, here's my number one problem with anything involving time travel, which is that's how we got the really cool Star Trek series, which was a great action movie. Wasn't really Star Trek, but it was a good.
That's another fucking like
it's a good movie. Star Trek? No.
Can I rate on this a minute?
Go ahead.
So, Star Trek is dead because of Beyond.
Yes.
But it was on life support before that because they got a guy who did not like Star Trek to make Star Trek. Yes. And he went and made Star Wars instead.
It was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
The first one I did enjoy. The second one's like, oh, you're just trying to do Star Wars Wrath and Khan. This isn't you're playing the hits but doing it Star Wars style.
Yeah.
And at that point, it was like, okay, this is on life support. We've done this. The third one was actually a really good Star Trek movie.
But no one wanted a Star Trek movie.
It's not just that. Everyone thought it was just going to be a cornball action flick done by the guys who did Fast and Furious. Because it was done by the guys who did Fast and Furious. And Paramount said, oh, it's done by the guys who did Fast and Furious. Let's take the scene where Kirk's on the motorcycle doing Fast and Furious things. And send it to Beastie Boys.
I remember that commercial.
That's what happened. Everyone said, oh, this is Fast and Furious in space. This isn't Star Trek. Fuck this.
No, Fast and Furious.
Those of us who went and saw it, it's like, oh, this is actually a damn good Star Trek
movie. It was a good movie. The problem is Fast and Furious in space already happened. It's Final Fantasy 10 or it's Fast and Furious 10. It's Don's in a fucking car in space.
No, Beyond is a good Star Trek movie. It just has those Fast and Furious elements to it.
Yeah,
action elements because
it's made by the same guys.
It's made by the same guy, but he was trying his best. Like the dude's a bona fide Trekkie. He was doing his best to make a damn good Star Trek movie, but it was also going to be his movie, damn it, because that's who he is.
I couldn't get anyone to watch it with me because I'm like, listen, I like the first movie, I like the second movie. The third movie was full. I'm told is going to be good, but closer to Star Trek. And I like Star Trek movies. I enjoy them. They're kind of slow. Because it's Star Trek.
And at times, this movie is slow. And then it's just like, it's slow. Oh, time for Fast and Furious.
Which is
slow again. And then big slam bang Fast and Furious ending.
Anyway, what's we
got completely off topic there.
We did. We started in fantasy. We ended up in sci-fi.
But to bring it back, he had respect for the fucking... Like, he had respect for the material. He actually loved Star Trek. Yes. That's why it worked, but no one watched it.
And the problem with this and why no one watched it is everyone looked at this and said,
this is made by people who hate Tolkien. This is by people who think that orcs are black people.
Wasn't this the same show that had the like weird Trump rally thing in the middle of it? Yeah. So I'm like, look, they're evil. I go, I don't understand what this is or why the hell... Elves will not replace us. I'm sorry. What? First of all, no one would say that. This is a fantasy thing. Secondly, no, that's not how they would do this. This is fantasy. They would be sneaky about it.
This is the same shit why Picard sucks. No, this would happen in the fucking Federation. We've seen the future of the Federation. This isn't what's gonna fucking happen.
No, this is not what's gonna happen. And this I'm just like we know this world. That's not how this works. It's not how this works at all. And then like the whole dwarf queen thing, and we're like, look, she's black. Aren't you guys angry? Take that, neckbeards. I go, I didn't really give a fuck.
I didn't give a shit. You're the ones who are saying that orcs are black people.
I'm like, why the fuck do I care? Anyway, what's next? What's next?
Video game news. Romancing Saga Minstrel Song Remastered is going to get a release date.
Yes, sometime in
December 1st.
Oh, nice. Fuck, I'm gonna have two fucking remaster games to play at the same time. So
I'll be busy on my 17-hour flight to Japan.
Well, Romancing Saga 1, 2, and 3 are both available on the Switch already. You can buy them easily enough. This is the first game. This is the first one in the series. Romancing Saga is a long... God. Romancing Saga is a very convoluted JRPG involving spirits of your ancestors and time travel and everything else.
Oh, Lord.
And the worst part is the second game adds from the first game. The third game adds from the second game. The first game, I think... Spoilers. Cut now, guys. In the first game, I think at the end you end up becoming the bad guy. In the second game, you have to defeat your old self.
And in the third one, Snape kills Dumbledore.
And in the third one, you have to. Well, in the third one, you now have to go and deal with the fact you have a world that's too law abiding, too proper, and you have to find the balance.
Okay.
So, first one is like, I defeated the evil things. Everyone do whatever the fuck you want. I'm the ruler of the king now. I'm the king now. Second one is we need law and goodness. Everyone, there's no spitting on the street. You spit on the street, I kill you. The third one is, maybe we need like a balance here. Yeah. Like the first one's literally the ending of the prequel saga, and the third one is the ending of the original series. That's all.
Brought it back to Star Wars, didn't you?
I had to find a reference that people would understand. It's about bringing balance to the Force. That doesn't always mean it's going to end up good.
And finally, for the IRL release of Sword Art Online, one of the heads of Oculus made an Oculus Rift that kills you when you die in the game.
Now, this thing has 3 C4 charges set so that when you get a game over screen, it reads the game over and then blows up your head. So it's that's not really
that's not how it works.
In SAO. Well, we make it work with the technology we have at hand. Now, I'm waiting for him.
This is the American version of the nerve gear.
In America, which is why we would be playing Gun Gale, wouldn't we?
You're right.
Yeah. Those of you who do not know, currently on Switch, Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet's on sale for $8.
I haven't beat it, but do recommend.
Lots of fun. Waifu game. Lots of fun.
Do recommend.
Sword Art Online Alicization. If you're gonna play that, it gives you the option.
All the other SAO games are shit.
Yes.
Fatal Bullet
is great.
Fucking excellent. It's everything. That's everything I wanted out of a shooter RPG.
It's a lot of fun.
The only thing missing from it is the blue alien sex. But that's why there's Mass Effect.
I don't know.
Remastered.
Yeah,
I don't think Mass Effect 4 is coming out, or 5, or whatever the fuck.
It's supposed to be 5, and we're like 4 was Andromeda. No, Andromeda was a different fucking.
Andromeda
series.
was a different goddamn universe.
Different universe, different series.
It sucks so bad it couldn't hold my attention for the redhead lesbian sex.
That's
couldn't
right.
Hold my attention for that.
See, it held my attention long enough for me to bang the blonde chick with the Skrillex haircut.
Oh, the what's her face? Who
the only good-looking girl in the entire series besides the redhead? Yes.
Also, you mean the entire game?
Well, yeah, that entire series, that entire game. The only there were 3 good-looking girls. One's the blonde, the other one's the redhead, the last one is your sister. That's it. And I'm like, well, I can't bang my sister.
That's why I played the sister.
So you could bang the redhead?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Can you bang the blonde as the sister?
No, the blonde is straight.
That's why she left the Asari Commandos. Asari Commandos.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why, actually. She goes into that in her backstory.
Okay, that makes sense.
She's like, listen, I need men. I go, yeah. Yeah. like I heard that. I went, yeah. Now you're talking my language, girl. I've been in the military. I know what that means. Barracks, buddy.
Weren't you the one that also warned me though that there are no tomboys in the military. There are only fuck boys and fuck girls.
Yes. That's how I know what that means. Why does no one understand that? Everyone's always funny, like Darren. How come you act like you're so very fucking the hottest shit ever? Go. Well, I have a large dick and I was in the military, so I'm automatically a fuckboy. Like I was brought up to be a good Catholic boy, and then I joined the military, and I went. Now I have this duality of man.
Bullshit. Good Christian boy. Bullshit.
Good Catholic boy. That's Catholic, not Christian. Anyway, before anyone gets up in arms about this, he's not selling it. It's not selling it. It's not going to be readily available. It's a semi meme. I'm sure he actually built it, but I doubt there's actual C4 charges there.
It's a meme.
This guy is a constant troll. And there was very little news for this week because of the election stuff going on.
And also it was the anniversary of, or the in real life date of when SAO came out in the SAO universe.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things. So that happened. And I'm just generally happy that we have all this other stuff going on. I think that's our last article, right?
That's our last thing.
All right, let me just,
because you said we were going to end with SAO shit.
Yep, and I got to find that video clip because I forgot about that.
You didn't have it queued up, even though you knew it was coming.
I had it queued up, but then I lost it because I had an error. So that happened. Sorry,
this hat's fucked.
I think that's the right video. I can't quite see.
Okay,
it's very tiny. Come on, process. Anyway, so that's an ongoing thing. So I've been playing. I finally got around to playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I've unlocked everything you can do in that, which you accomplished that by the end of chapter 3.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna explain this to you so you understand. In Xenoblade Chronicles 1, do you remember how many characters you could have?
I didn't get that far because it's boring as shit.
It's a very boring game. 3. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you can have up to 3 characters, but you can have 3 blade weapons that you can swap between, so you can change your class essentially.
You're not getting me to buy Xenoblade.
Buy 2.
You're not getting me to do it.
It has waifus.
So does 4chan.org/D.
You should play that too. What was I saying? That's the thing. Is that the right thing? That is not the right thing. I don't think. Whatever. I'll do it next time.
Don't go to that URL, by the way.
No, do not go to that. So you can do that, and each and every character has like their main blade that they're stuck with, and like main character's attacker. Next person gets a healer. Next person gets a tank type, and those are your 3 types. Did it. And you can swap out between different blades to do different things. But generally speaking, you just kind of keep everyone the same class and try to give them blades with the same class to power up shit. And some blades are special blades that have special openings that are waifu material or
you
are
said special. Wait, you said special openings?
Yes. So it's a gacha system. You don't to get these blades. So sometimes you get like normal ones and you go, oh great, nice. Again, I guess.
Again. And
you can send them on like missions on their own. They do their own thing. That's after you beat chapter 3. You get all that access. And then and some of them have special openings when they appear. You go, okay, cool. I have a special blade. This one's fancy. And that's 2. You still only have 3 characters. In 3, you have 6 characters after chapter 1. All on the field at the same time. Did you hear me there?
Yeah, I'm paying attention. Something popped up about my feed that we might want to bring up.
What you got?
Apparently shit involved. Mick Gordon is composer of all the music in the Doom remake, the Doom reboot, and Doom Eternal. Is at war with the developers of Doom Eternal.
Let's let this play out.
This is like he just dropped something, and he just apparently
let's let this play out. Like let's not.
Yeah, apparently he just dropped this an hour ago.
I don't want another Bayonetta 3 situation here.
Yeah.
Let's let this play out. Let's see what ends up happening. Because I would rather be right than be first. My general feeling.
Point.
Anyway, so in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, you have 6 characters to start. Well, really, you have 3 characters to start, and a 4th character is there who's added on, and then he leaves after you gain the ability to merge with someone, and you're child soldiers against other people who are child soldiers, and then the 2 armies face each other, and then you gain the power to merge, and the 2 armies have to find a way to, take on the world now, because no one likes you, because you guys are weird. You have to go and overthrow the government. I love this. I love this game. I am overthrowing the government. Both of them. Using the power of guns. So you have 6 characters, and then by the beginning of chapter 3, you gain another character who's called a hero. So now you have 7 characters. And I'm like, this is great. And you still have the same basic class thing. You have an attacker type, a healer type, and a defender type, or a tank. Every character can unlock different attacker types, and they can unlock the same things that other people use. So that's a thing.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm just enjoying playing the hell out of that, because I've had a chance to actually sit down and play. And you can check out some of those streams on hentaicake.com, or no, you can check that out on youtube.com/hentaigames. Because that's a thing. What did I upload? I can't even tell. Let's end with this overall thing. Yeah, I got anything to add at the end of all this?
Not really.
All right, so.
Yeah. If all this shit that I'm reading is true, this is going to be our lead thing next week. But holy shit, it's like 100 pages of ranting.
That is going to be a long read.
But apparently he's got receipts.
Listen, if he's got the evidence, let's roll with it. Anyway, this has been the Geek Posium. We will see you guys next week. I'm going to end with the video. I don't know what video this is, so I'm hoping
you don't even know what video it is.
It's either the Sword Art Online trailer that I wanted to show, or it is a November thing. We're going to find out in a minute.
We'll find out.